Hello and welcome to the marvellous show Game of Thrones. If you've never tuned in before, I'm your host Steve, and it's a react show to the Game of Thrones because I'd never watched a single episode before, and due to lockdown I was kind of on my own anyway, so I've started watching them and I'm absolutely hooked. It's pretty much all I can think about at the moment. I'm absolutely loving it. So last episode was episode 4 season 5, and we had Cersei sent Marge's father to Braavos to negotiate a deal for paying back the money they owe. And he's not going to make it there basically because she sent her right hand man with him, and he's going to get killed on the way, which is horrible. She's definitely getting her own back on Marge now without a shadow of a doubt. And Cersei has let High Sparrow kind of re-establish the faith of the Seven, and their job is to cleanse King's Landing of any deviance, which to them is obviously anyone that's gay, bisexual, any kind of practices that they don't agree with. So obviously the reason she's done that is because they've instantly got Loras now and put him into jail. They've probably beaten him up as well. Again, purely I think to get at Marge, just to get her out, and I think it's going to work. I really do think it's going to work. And she went to Tommen, Marge went to Tommen to tell him what had happened and to get Loras released. And he went down there. He confronted his mother and they didn't get any joy there. So he took his own sort of band of soldiers with him to the place where the High Sparrow is, and it was weird. He had a bit of a face-off with are they priests? I don't know, but whatever they are, and they wouldn't let him past, and yeah, all the locals started calling him names as well, and he was gonna. At one point, I thought he was actually gonna just charge in there, but he sort of changed his mind. I don't think Tommen likes that kind of approach at all. He's still very young, and he's too nice, basically. So he didn't. So Loras is still in a prison cell. Marge is now going to contact Alanna. So that could be war now, possibly. It certainly means that I think the Tyrells will definitely leave King's Landing now. I don't know how many of them are left there, to be honest. But and I think that's going to be the end of Marge. I hope she doesn't get killed. I'd much rather she just left. But I guess we'll see. Yeah, not sure on that one. Melisandre also came on to Jon, and at first I thought Jon was going to fall for it because you know what Jon's like, and that last minute he said no, I love another. Although we did have a bit of boob action, but then he changed his mind at the last second. And also just as Melisandre was leaving, she turned around and said, "You know nothing, Jon Snow." And I thought, oh god, that cracked me up so much. I think if Jon did have an erection, he lost that straight away. So yeah, I guess now they really want Jon to go with them. Clearly Stannis does, and whether that's Melisandre's job was to try and get him on board as well, which I think it was. Even Davos spoke to him privately as well. So I don't know. I think Jon's going to go. I really do. I don't think he's just going to stay at the Wall. I think it's a waste of his character, and I just think we're going to get that action with Jon. Something's going to trigger him, and he's going to go, right, that's it. I'm joining the fight. So I don't know if I like the idea of that or not, but we'll see, I guess. There's a really heartwarming scene with Shireen, where she basically said to Stannis, you know, are you ashamed of me? And there's a beautiful scene with him and her, and Stannis did show his emotion. In the past he'd been very awkward. I mean, he still wasn't completely full on, but he was still, I think, more emotional towards her than we've seen so far. So again, I'm worried about Shireen because I've got a feeling that Melisandre's got it in for her, and that might be a turning point with Stannis. I don't think he's going to let her do that. I think I don't know. There's going to be some kind of conflict there. I can see it. Whether or not we're going to get it just yet, I'm not sure. We saw Littlefinger and Sansa in the catacombs of Winterfell. Didn't know it was Winterfell at the time, but thanks to some subscribers, they've said, yeah, it was Winterfell. Because they didn't really explain that. I mean, one minute they were at Moat Cailin, and then the next they're suddenly at Winterfell. So I only kind of sussed that out because of the sort of the statues underneath, that was Winterfell. So Littlefinger's returning to King's Landing, which could be a very bad thing. I don't think that's a good thing at all. And he's just left Sansa there now to sort of fend for herself. So I'm really, really worried about that. I don't think Littlefinger's going to be back, or come back there. I don't think he is. Something's going to happen when he goes down to King's Landing. Whether he's got another plan, perhaps, I don't, to suddenly go back onto Cersei's side again. I'm not sure. I don't think that will happen, but I've just got a feeling that Littlefinger's not going to be back to Winterfell. We saw a little bit of the adventure of Jaime and Bronn. They got caught almost straight away when they got on the beach by these 4 horsemen from Dorne, and as a big fight, Jaime managed to deal with one by catching his sword in his false hand, and Bronn, of course, as Bronn, he kicked ass and kicked the other three's ass. And also we met these 4 kind of ninja women from Oberyn's wife. I think she was his wife. I don't think they're all her daughters, but I know one of them. I think one of them definitely was. But they look very, very handy indeed. They're really good swordsmen and throw knives. And now they captured the captain that brought Jaime and Bronn over, tortured him, and got the information that he brought Jaime and Bronn over. So now they're going to be hunting Jaime and Bronn now. And I don't think Bronn's going to be able to handle all 4 of them, or it'll be 5 of them altogether. So yeah, a bit worried about that. Let's hope that doesn't happen just yet, because I do like Bronn and Jaime together. They're really good. We saw Jorah and Tyrion on the boat. He found out he's not taking him to Cersei. What he meant when he said the Queen was Daenerys, which is quite funny because, as Tyrion said, that's where I was going anyway. So this should be very interesting. So I don't see why he thinks that taking Tyrion to Daenerys is suddenly going to let him off the hook. I don't quite see how that's going to work. It could even work out the other way around, where Tyrion's actually welcomed, and it could be Jorah's in even more trouble. But I guess we'll see, and hopefully they go into that in this next episode. I'm hoping anyway. And it's quite a long scene. The last scene in the last episode, we saw Grey Worm get ambushed by Sons of Harpy, and all his other men have been killed off. It was in quite a tight, small alleyway of sort of a space, and just when he thought Grey Worm was completely overpowered, Barristan turned up and started kicking ass as well. What a fantastic, brilliant scene, and a really good fight as well. I like my fight scenes, and that was a good scene. I'm pretty sure that Barristan is dead. I hope Grey Worm's not. See, they don't show for definite whether he's dead or not, and I'm not sure. I guess they'll definitely go into it in this episode. I've got to hope they do. They can't leave me on the edge that long. I just hope Grey Worm's not dead, but again, I think Barristan's dead, and I'm absolutely gutted because I really liked his character. Oh man, gutted about that. So on to my loves and hates. On my loves, on my 3rd place is Shireen. That scene absolutely tore my heart apart. I've always loved Shireen. She's absolutely brilliant. She's lovely, and I'm dreading the fact that she's at the wall. I'm dreading the fact that she's anywhere near Melisandre and her mother, come to think of it. God, I just hope and pray that she's okay. I really do. I just hope she's not sacrificed or anything stupid like that. Yeah, she's my number 3, mainly because of that scene. Number 2 is Grey Worm. He's such a warrior. I've always loved Grey Worm. I'm not sure if he's dead. I hope he's not. I know Barristan's dead, but I just hope Grey Worm's still alive. But yeah, just because of his bravery and his fighting, I think he's awesome. So he's my number 2. And number 1, it's more of a tribute. It's Barristan. I've gradually warmed to him more and more and more. Certainly since he's been with Daenerys. And to end it like that, I think such a waste. I'd love him to have been in it longer. I know they tend to stick to the books quite a bit, but man, I really liked him. I thought he's a brilliant character, and now I don't know what Daenerys is going to do, because she hasn't got that right hand man next to her, unless she takes Jorah back, which I don't see that's going to happen. But yeah, unfortunately, Barristan is my number 1. And on to my hates. Number 3 is Melisandre. She's always been around probably my top 5 or top 6 of hates, but she's really kind of pushing it now. She's trying it on with Jon. It worries me in itself, but it's more Shireen that I'm worried about. I've got a horrible feeling she's got her eyes on her. Oh man, she's a nasty bit of work, and she couldn't wait to light that fire as well in the episode where they killed Mance. She couldn't wait. So yeah, absolutely, she's my number 3. And number 2 is Ramsay Bolton. Come on, he's evil. He's pure evil. Let's face it. Absolutely sadistic. and I'm really, really worried now that Sansa's there basically on her own. I'm so worried well, I think he is going to do something to her. I'm almost positive he's going to. There's no way he's going to keep his word that he said to Littlefinger, where he said, I will never hurt her. What a load of rubbish. Of course he's going to hurt her. He hurts everyone. So yeah, really, really worried. I hope he gets his comeuppance soon. I really do. God, I can't stand the guy. So yeah, he's my number 2. And number 1, I don't even know why I call it number 1 now. We'll just call it and. Cersei is Cersei. Yes, she's my number 1 again. I said she's getting her vengeance. You don't ever piss Cersei off. Don't ever get on the wrong side of her. Because Marge thinks that she's a player. Do you know what I mean? But she's not in the same league as Cersei, I'm afraid. And you know, Cersei's now almost definitely sentenced her father to death. She's now imprisoned her brother, who's probably been beaten to a pulp. She's a nasty bit of work, you know, really nasty bit of work. And how many people are going to die now because of the Faith of the Seven? I dread to think. So yeah, without a doubt, this week Cersei is my number 1 hate. So that rounds up the last episode. Oh, by the way, I had hot dogs today for lunch, and for the first time in my life, I tried American mustard. I've never tried it before. It's not too bad, is it? Not bad at all. See, I've been put off from mustard because of English mustard, which is way too strong. But yeah, it wasn't bad at all. I was quite impressed. So I might be having that on my hot dogs from now on. Just thought I'd share that with you. You'll sleep better tonight knowing that fact now. So anyway, on to episode 5, season 5, Kill the Boy, which I don't like the sound of already. I mean, what can that mean? Tommen, you could say that he's still considered a boy, but I've got a horrible feeling that it's... God's sake! But I've got a horrible feeling it's the boy on the wall, the one that the wildlings, they killed his family. I've got a feeling it's him. I really hope not. I really like him, and he's had enough. Come on, but I can't think of any other boy. It's got to be here. It's got to be one of those two. All right, here we go. Right, see you soon. Bye.
There are no men like me.
That's great one, thank God. Oh, bless her. Oh man. I told you last week she's going to kick off big time.
He crossed a continent to serve me.
He was a loyal friend, butchered by cowards who hide behind a mask.
Round up the leaders of each of Marine's great families and bring them to me.
I'm the leader of my family.
I had nothing to do with this!
She might go over the top.
Imelux vestretan separ. Sepa Javireni.
Whoa. That was terrifying.
Sirenion.
And though Daenerys maintains her grip on Slaver's Bay, forces rise against her from within and without. She refuses to leave until the freedom of the former slaves is secure.
No family to guide her or protect her. A last relation thousands of miles away.
I need your advice. There's something I want to do, something I have to do. But it'll divide the Night's Watch.
Do it.
But you don't know what it is.
That doesn't matter. Kill the boy, Jon Snow, and let the man be born.
Oh, I get it now.
What if I unchained you?
Why would you do that? You sure seemed like my enemy when you were killing my friends.
For 8,000 years.
Come on, that worked both ways.
To be the shield that guards the realms of men. You belong to the realms of men. All of you. Gather the remaining free folk wherever they are and bring them back here. I'll open the gates for them and let them through. I want them to fight with me when the time comes. Maybe you're just a coward.
Easy thing to say to a man in chains.
Jon. Gonna get ya.
Your people need a leader. And And they need to get south of the wall before it's too late. The walkers are coming and they'll hit your people first. Make peace. To save your people.
We'll need ships.
I talked to King Stannis about lending you his fleet.
All right then.
Why would they need ships?
You're coming with me. They need to hear it from you.
Oh, John's going the other way.
You come with me.
They've slaughtered villages. They've slaughtered our brothers. And we've slaughtered theirs.
They killed 50 of our brothers. I can't forget that.
Ollie, if you have something you want to say to me, say it.
They burnt my village. They put an arrow through my father's head right in front of me. They butchered my mother.
But winter is coming. We know what's coming with it. We can't face it alone.
I feel sorry for John, man.
Maybe Lady Sansa's better off here.
Better off with the Bolton, who murdered her mother and brother.
Who's that?
The Starks are gone now.
Not all of them. I need to get a message to her. Who do you serve?
Miranda,
Saw you staring at her.
you're not going to bore me. Are you, Miranda?
Don't do that bitey lip thing! There you go. He's going to have a mouthful of ulcers now. We won't be able to have salt for weeks.
You still have friends in the north. If you're ever in trouble, light a candle in the highest window of the broken tower.
Who are you? I'm Miranda, the Kennel Master's daughter. Go ahead. It's perfectly safe.
Is it Reek?
When you see it.
Oh my god, it's going to be Reek, isn't it? Oh god, here we go. I'm not ready for this.
Theon.
You shouldn't be here.
Oh no. No.
You smell particularly ripe this evening.
She saw me. Sansa. Lady Sansa.
She saw you.
Yes. I'm sorry, Master.
Get on your knees. Give me your hand. I forgive you.
To your wedding.
To your wedding. It must be difficult for you, being in a strange place.
This isn't a strange place. This is my home. It's the people who are strange.
More wine, please.
Oh.
Not Theon Greyjoy anymore. He's a new man.
Why are you doing this?
Apologize to Lady Sansa for what you did. Apologize for murdering her 2 brothers.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about what?
Killing your brothers.
Over and done with. Doesn't everyone feel better? I do. That was getting very tense. Reek, you will give away the bride. Someone has to. What better person?
Waldo and I have some good news as well.
We're going to have a baby.
Oh, I don't think Ramsay likes that. Oh, Sansa, you like?